Play Peter Wright, who we have already seen on stage tonight in a bit of an exhibition leg of darts with Arthur Abraham, the German boxer. Has got a fight coming up. We've got that recorded. If you didn't see it earlier on, you will be able to see it on the PDC website at some point in the near future. But here we go. Steve Hine will kick things off.
55. Yes, it was a bit of fun, the challenge match on the stage between Peter Wright and Arthur Abraham, who presented Peter with a set of his boxing gloves after the game. I think it might have been a more fair contest if Peter Wright had to wear the boxing gloves to throw the darts, but...
Yeah, it's fair to say Arthur Abraham isn't a great dart player. I'll let you tell him that, Mike. Because he's got arms the size of my legs. As Henderson looks to fill it up, and does so. John Henderson is a massive scorer when he gets going, and he finds a maximum in the first leg. Ominous signs for Steve Hine.
Yes, that rocking motion like a pendulum. When it's in tune, John Henderson really can do some damage.
100. Yeah, some of the German fans this afternoon have been adapting the old Kolo Yaya chant to just Hendo, Hendo, Hendo as Steve Hine finds the maximum himself. Cassidy MC has to check, and it gives a bit more time for Steve Hine to milk the applause.
So a great start to this one. Treble 17 leaves the bullseye. What a way to kick off that would have been. So Hine with a chance to maintain his throw. Looking at 45, number of ways of going for this. He wants double 16 for a 1-0 lead. 13. But Hendo is back for 25.
Yeah, and this would be for a breaker throw. John Henderson should get 2 darts at it. Well, he's at the 2 there, I believe. So 23 left. He's only going to get 1 dart. Just taking a moment to compose himself. Double 4 he wants.
21.
Missed opportunity for John Henderson there. Missing the big number has cost him a dart at a double. And that means that Steve Hine comes back and takes it out with his first dart. So Steve Hine survives a bit of a scare in the opening leg and takes a 1-0 lead.
Yes, after a great start, all went a bit scrappy but this is a great start to leg number 2.
108.
Hendo fills up the treble 20 again for his second maximum. We're only in the second leg of this match.
60.
When he's in the mood, he is great to watch. John Henderson, the Highlander. Look at this, he's filling it up again. Oh, 4 perfect darts to start the leg, and then he chucks one in the 1.
But yes, he had a good solid year, did the Highlander.
100.
On the Pro Tour. Qualified for 5 European Tour events last year as well. Also reached the quarterfinals of a Players' Championships in Killarney back in October.
100.
Yeah, he's won things like the British, the German, the Belgian Opens, but
100.
just feel with Henderson, he's won really great run at a big tournament away, move himself up the rankings, perhaps get some easier draws. Oh, look at this, double 10 he wants. Oh, double top he wanted, I believe. Oh, tell a lie, the second dart wasn't in the treble.
134. Johnny require 40.
Good pick off on the 19, so Hendo for 1 apiece wants double top. They're getting closer.
No score. Stevie require 107.
Oh, 3 missed darts. He missed one in the previous leg, and Steve Hine made him pay. Is he going to make him pay here? Double top he wants. Double top he gets. 107 check out for Steve Hine. It's a breaker throw and a 2-0 lead. Oh, more missed opportunities from big John Henderson, and Steve Hine makes him pay.
Well, we've seen Steve Hine around for a few years now, but not making the televised stages of any big tournaments in recent years. He had to go to Q School at the start of this year.
100.
He has been playing on the Players' Championship events and got knocked out in the second round of the UK Open in Minehead last month to James Hubbard.
60.
But certainly on cracking form here on this opening evening of the German Darts Masters in Berlin.
And just dragging that one into the treble 5, John Henderson.
$84.
Well, this is an opportunity for Henderson. Is it another maximum? Well, he came down for the 19s. And a wise decision, as it does leave him on a finish. A single 20 he wouldn't have done. It's whether he wanted to chance his arm and have a go at the treble. I don't think he'll go the bull route anyway, with Hine not on a finish, even if he had hit that treble 19. Oh, great way to set it up from John Henderson. Fantastic work from the big man.
60.
Yes, he's got time if he needs it to polish off this 40, but he'll try and get it done as quickly as he can. That's another high dart over the tops, but the second one, no mistake, and a leg on the board for the Scotsman.
Well, John Henderson, he's 2-1 down, but he's had darts to win every single leg so far. He's scoring
100.
has been better than Steve Hine's, but until that previous leg, he'd not been able to nail a double.
93.
Is the tide turning now? He's back in that treble 20, and again, there's loads of room for another.
140.
Can't quite manage it, but a 140 does put him in the driving seat.
And if I've done my sums correctly,
100.
which would be a rare thing, it's Steve Hine's 45th birthday tomorrow. So will he be celebrating or will he be commiserating?
Well, he has the advantage at the moment.
44.
Be a nice way to spend your birthday in Berlin with a second round match against Peter Wright.
94.
Well, it beats flying back to Coventry at any rate. There's Steve Hine's based. Works with Prakash Jiwa, who you might have seen on the European tour before now. Very popular with the German crowd in Dusseldorf, who basically sang his name for an entire day.
140.
Yes, memorable moments. That was in Dusseldorf.
140.
High quality stuff from these two, trading 140s, but John Henderson's looking at 77 to level the match and hold his throw. 58. Well, he's missed the big number, and that's criminal. Criminal. Not the first time he's done it this match. And Steve Hine, is he going to make him pay like he made him pay in the first two legs? 74 he wants. He'll start on treble 14. Well, treble 11 he'll have to settle for. That's 41 left. Just checking that. The last thing you want to do is miscount in what could be a key moment of the match. Well, he's taken that out with 3 double 19, and I paused for a moment because I was absolutely astounded as to why he'd gone that way.
Well, it was unconventional, but it did the job.
And I suppose if he goes for 3 and misses either side, he's bound to hit an odd number and be on a finish. But it is not a common way of going for 41, that.
No, that's another one to add to our list of possible finishes. But now a 2-leg advantage over the Scotsman.
57.
Well, Steve Hine, he's averaging 7 or 8 points fewer than John Henderson, but it's not mattered because he's taken out the shots when he's needed to. I mean, look at the first 9 averages there. There was a chasm between them, and Henderson's making it even bigger here. It's another 180. That's his 3rd of the match.
135.
Yes, the scoring isn't the issue. It's just the finishing, and Steve Hine is taking full advantage and getting over the line when he needs to. There are the checkout stats.
28.
Oh, Steve Hine. Oh, he was looking for a 177, but he'll take a 139. And John Henderson, after bullying Steve Hine on the scoring all the way through this match, he's staring at a 4-1 deficit potentially. Well, that 140 does apply a lot of pressure to this 126. He needs the treble 19. Don't think he's got it. In fact, no, he hasn't.
58.
Now, can Henderson get this 96? Can he break the throw of Steve Hine? He's shaking the head.
Again, it's the missing the big number
27.
that's let him down there.
58.
Yeah, and he's not even guaranteed 2 darts at a double when he returns, Henderson, if he returns. Steve Hine is looking at double 16 for a 4-1 lead. He's gone next door.
52.
Snuck into the 8.
Johnny requires 69.
Well. Hendo really needs this, you feel. 45. Double 12. No mistake.
John Henderson.
To reduce the arrears to just the one leg. And it's turning into a fascinating encounter here at the Maritime Hotel in Berlin. We've seen some cracking games already this afternoon, and here we go again. Hendo filling the bed up. With another 1080.
Well, for all his problems on the doubles, he made that 69 look terrifyingly easy, John Henderson, then smashes in the 180, his third of the match. Or fourth, I should say.
84. $135.
Well, a commanding lead in this leg, John Henderson, as he looks to level the match up for the first time since they started.
55.
And there's no real pressure on him here either. And down for the 19s.
59.
Yes, you sense plenty more twists and turns in this game yet before it reaches its conclusion.
96.
Well, Hine will just want to get down to some kind of finish, which he has managed because he's been able to rely on Hendo missing a few shots at double up until now, but double 12, he took that out, no bother in the last leg, and takes it out this one, pretty much exactly the same place, probably the same hole in double 12. Maybe Hendo's found the double that's working for him now, and the match is level at 3 apiece.
Here we go again then. Effectively best of 5 from here. We saw a close encounter to kick off the afternoon. Jarkko Kamula beating Ronnie Hybrecht 6-5. And Jarkko's Finnish World Cup teammate Jani Havisto is on stage next, up against one of the local German qualifiers, Andre Velga.
Yeah, then young Max Hopp, the other German who's made it through the qualifiers, he'll be on the way this evening against Steve West.
81.
You see the score in there. Henderson just all over Hine in the scoring. Another one of those curious instances where the average is actually higher than the first 9 average, and that'll be helped by Steve Hine at 107 checkout and a 77 checkout. Oh, John Henderson applying the pressure here.
96.
He's not on a finish, so Henderson knows a couple of trebles here should be enough to buy him a chance to break the Hine throw again and take a 4-3 lead. A ton. He needs the ton. He's got the ton. So we'll be looking at Shanghai when he returns, and he will return.
Yes, good solid darts from the Scotsman.
97. Johnny require 120.
Looking at single 20, treble 20 and the double. That's not the way to start it.
Cardinal sin. Cardinal sin, not staying straight.
80.
Hit the 5 of the 1, you got no way of finishing. But he set it up, and there's pressure on this for Hine. He only gets 1 dart at the bullseye.
Johnny require 40.
And to Henderson, he's missed chances before. Keeps missing them, but not this time. And for the first time in the match, John Henderson takes the lead.
Takes the lead and breaks the throw. So is the tide slowly turning in the direction of the man
85.
from Scotland.
$59. $100.
It's keeping the crowd here entertained and hopefully keeping you entertained wherever you're watching us on live PDC TV
57.
or via Corals and Bet365, their websites showing this European Tour event, the 3rd of the year. Gary Anderson won the first in Hildesheim here in Germany, and then Michael van Gerwen won in his home country, the Dutch Masters in Veldhoven.
44.
Van Gerwen and Anderson will be joining the action tomorrow as these seeds enter the fray, along with the likes of Phil Taylor, Peter Wright, who'll be playing the winner of this one.
60.
Just the 60 from Henderson doesn't leave him on a finish, but Steve Hine is way back. Only 160 scored after 9 darts.
96.
That's marginally better. But Henderson here, it's a fantastic chance to go within a leg of the second round.
100.
Important last dart. Leaves him on a 2-darter. And Steve Hine will be feeling the pressure right now. But what a way to respond to it.
139. Johnny requires 76.
You'd have to say his doubles have picked up in the last couple of legs. He's not going to get...
36.
Not going to get more than 1 dart, I was about to say. He may do if Steve Hine can't take this out. Treble 18 he wants. Well, he's stuck on the 20s. And gone for double 13. Interesting way of going about it.
Crucial moments in the match, you feel. Henderson double top to go to within 1 leg of victory. A little snarl as he walked towards the board from the Highlander.
96.
He was 2-0 down, he was 3-1 down. But John Henderson has won the last 4 legs. And you can look, it's not been scintillating stuff from the Highlander. A 19-dart leg isn't going to win you many awards. Steve Hine, where he was punishing mistakes from Henderson in the early part of the game, now he's not been able to. Still an average of 94 and a bit for Henderson, though. That's not to be sniffed at.
95.
And that'll confirm it there.
140.
Great time to dig out a ton 40 for Steve Hine. His second of the match.
81.
Well, 81 means that Henderson is going to be right there ready to pounce, but a 180 here.
140.
Well, a 140 should guarantee 1 dart at double top for him at least. What kind of pressure is he going to be under? Henderson again, we're seeing him not staying straight.
43.
He's not put any real pressure on that, to be honest. So Steve Hine should get a dart at double top here. Well, he's actually gone for 16s, a bit like Mervyn King. And double 80 wanted and just misses inside.
Zurich by 147.
Now, is Henderson going to finish with a big one? a double 18, and well, it would have been an incredible way to sign off. But this game may have a little bit more life in it yet, as the Muffin Man looks at double 4 to close the gap and takes it out. One match dart goes begging for John Henderson. And Steve Hine is still in with a shout. He's won 1, he's stopped the rock. This is his first leg, he's won in 5. He needs to win the next 2 as well.
44.
And John Henderson really needed to take advantage of throwing first in what could be the winning leg, but doesn't do so. Can Steve Hine punish him?
95.
Going around the houses looking for a big treble. Got the treble 19.
We'd have to think this is the leg for John Henderson. This is the one where he's throwing first.
140.
If he goes into a deciding leg with Hine throwing first, having lost the previous 2, it wouldn't bode well for the big man. And that ton 40 was hugely important, particularly when Hine can only hit back with a 60 of his own. John Henderson, the finish line is there. You can see it, it's in sight. Can he capitalise? Well, 20 scored.
40.
Yes.
Not good enough.
What he doesn't want to see is too many drifts into the 5 like that at this stage of the game.
100.
Well, not much between them in this one. They may both be getting down to a double at round about the same time. It may come down
100.
to how many misses there are.
And who can hold their nerve
58.
and book their place in round 2 to take on Peter Snakebite Wright tomorrow.
Oh, Henderson now, 117 left. Come down for treble 19 and does so, sets it up absolutely perfectly. He couldn't ask any more of himself.
94.
Well, 94 something, but John Henderson is looking at double top here. He's already missed 1 match start. He should have 3 more here to claim a 6-4 win. Great mark with the first one, and punctual fist with the second one finds its target. And the Highlander, John Henderson, he was 3-1 down, but rattles off 5 of the next 6 legs to